Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to my world. You know, I love recycled crafts. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so today we're going to be actually taking a pizza box and turning it into an amazing art carrier and easel. So this is all set for you to carry and take with you on your travels. And when you open it up and you pop this open, it becomes an easel, but it's also a storage case for all of your supplies. So you can have paper in here, you can have your pencils, your watercolors, and you've also got this amazing work surface that you can work on. So you can put your paper right here, and you can put all your art supplies right down here, and you're set and ready to go. And you could do this in the car, or you could take it with you, and then when you get to the park, you could actually set it up so that you could work in the park. It's very versatile. So I'm going to show you how to make this, and I'm going to be using a 14-inch pizza box. However, this one is a 12-inch pizza box, and you can see it works just as well. The only thing is it doesn't have this little extra added shelf where you could put your stuff, but it's just as nice, and it can keep a goodly amount of stuff in there as well. So for this, you're going to need a pizza box. Now, like I said, mine is 14 inches. You can also use a 12-inch. If you want to go bigger, that's fine. Go bigger. Basically, you're going to be measuring with your piece of paper. So it just means you're going to end up with a bigger shelf, which also means that you'll end up with a bigger place to store your stuff. You're also going to want a piece of either foam core or cardboard that is as big as the top of your pizza box, so 14 inches. And I've made mine half of the size, and that is 7 inches wide. So width-wise, you want about 7 inches, half of the size of the box, but you do want it to be 14 inches or whatever the size of your box is long. I've also got a couple other things. I got some duct tape here. You don't have to use duct tape. You can use any kind of tape that you like. I'm going to be using this just to strengthen my bends and my flaps and stuff like that, but you don't need to use it. It just means that your box will be a little weaker and may not last quite as long. And I'm also going to be using this to make my handle carrier and my straps. And those, again, could be made out of string or anything else that you wanted to use. I've got my X-Acto knife. Just make sure that you're careful when you're using an X-Acto knife. I've got a ballpoint pen, and this is important. The ballpoint pen I'm going to be using for scoring my pizza box, so it's really important that it's a ballpoint pen. I've also got a little, well, in this case, these are tweezers, but I've got something that I can use to push through my box. I'm going to be using these tweezers, but you could use a nail file. What you want is something flat that has a point that can help push things through. Don't want to use your X-Acto knife because you could end up cutting your fingers. I'm going to be using my ruler. That's going to be an important object to have. I've got these little binder clips, and the binder clips are going to be great for clipping my paper to my project board. And then I've also got a small piece of sticky Velcro and a hiding pair of scissors. They were hiding over there. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing here, let me just do this. Did I say that you're going to need a glue gun? We're going to need a glue gun. Sorry. Okay, let's do this. Let's pull all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to open up my pizza box. Now, I have to admit that I buy my pizza boxes at Smart & Final because I use these for crafting all the time. But, you want to make sure that you have a relatively clean pizza box. That's going to be kind of important. We are going to be folding our pizza box with a fold at this side. And so that means that my handle is going to be up at this side. And so what I want to do is make my strap for my handle. And in this case, I'm going to be using my duct tape. Let me move this out of the way. Out you go. And I'm going to make my strap about 13 inches long. So I'm just going to place that out there, give it a cut. And then what I'm going to do is fold it over, up a third, and fold it down a third. There we go. And that's going to be my strap. And then I'm also going to make 2 straps for the Velcro side. And that's going to keep my little box closed when I'm transporting it around. So I'm just going to do the same thing, but with a smaller piece of about 6 inches here. And then I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, so now my handle, I always have to think this through, and sometimes you have to excuse me because my brain gets a little wonkadoo. I have to make sure that I remember where to put the handle, the correct spot. My handle is actually going to go on this end, which is the end away from where you open and close it. So you see how there's these slits right here? I'm going to actually be taking my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to carefully just make a little slit. One there, and one there, right underneath there. And now what I'm going to do, this is where I need that push through. Going to push it through. And see, now you can see why it's like a nail file would be great, because you're just sliding it into that little tiny slit, like that. Now you're going to open it up and pull it in, and pull this side in, like that. And we're going to tape this in place. Just using some nice tape. So I'm using tape that I've stripped lengthways, so that it is lengthwise, I should say, so that it is 1 inch wide. That way it fits perfectly in here. And I'm going to take another piece and just secure the bottom there. What I don't want to do is get into this cut out area. And you know, every pizza box is different, so your pizza box may not have these cuts. But basically what you're doing is making a great little handle. Okay, here you go, so you can pick it up.